just stepping out of the bed every morning, feeling confident, knowing that today I'm the best version of me because I'm really taking care of myself.
You had your locus of control, which was internal, not external. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Sound Mind, and welcome to the very first podcast of our channel. And let me introduce to the very first guest here. We have Rutuja on board. Welcome, Rutuja.
Thank you so much, Shivani.
Yes. So Rutuja owns a YouTube channel called Queen Bee, which is dedicated towards exploring cafes around India, as well as many other interesting topics, things like singing and various other interesting things. Just check out her channel as well. And recently, she has launched a brand new channel, which is called Holy Fitness with Rutuja. So yes, Rutuja, I would like you to get us a brief about your channel.
Sure. Shivani, first of all, I'm really excited to be here on your podcast. And the introduction is really, I'm so humbled. Thank you so much. And yeah, this is all very exciting and all the best for your channel, first thing. And yes, my very new channel, Holy Fit with Rutuja, is basically a direct, like a guide or like a direction for all those who are trying to achieve their fitness goals this year.
We have Rutuja here who had walked through a long and very difficult journey of being an overweight or obese to a very fit person, and we will mostly talk about her uh, journey as well as her thoughts and emotions and how she kept herself motivated in the journey. So yes, Rutuja, would you like to mention about your journey?
Sure, Shivani, sure. Um, so yeah, I was born as an extremely overweight child. Anyways, teenage brings about many changes to
Mhm.
every kind of body, and if you're obese, then it's a difficult combination altogether.
Yes.
So it's very difficult again when you're in that age to accept yourself for who you are and feel confident in your skin. So that's when actually it started from every way, and that needs to be changed. So that's where it was fixed that yes, somehow I'm going to figure out how to change this, and I'm going to make sure that I change this. So that's how it started.
Okay, great. So, yeah, I understand it's really difficult, mostly during teenage. So we are going through the process of puberty and all those things, hormones start changing and our uh, like body starts transforming. And I understand it's really difficult to struggle with all those things if we are not that healthy. So that was your motivation that you had a little bit of physical issues and all those things, and somewhere or the other you had at the back of your mind you had that thing that I want to be physically fit, not just for a temporary period or just because there was something or someone you felt like, yeah, I want to be like this. Mostly teenagers have that, like, I want to be like this actress, or but it wasn't a temporary thing, it was a long, well thought journey you embarked upon.
Correct. To be honest with you, at some point, yes, those were my goals too, to look like Shilpa Shetty or to wake up and feel like really out of the Bollywood movie or something. But again, those are really shallow goals. I'm not saying they're wrong, but at some point of time, you move on from that and you actually come to see the bigger picture. How it's what really matters is how you feel when you wake up, not how you look when you wake up.
So you had given us a background about how the journey began. So was there any specific things or specific incidents or specific person who motivated you, and that was the spark and the hit which you felt that no, now is the time? Was that that, or it just started fluently?
Um, See, to be honest with you, I've been wanting to do this for a very long time. But what actually helped me, it's always about the time. And when COVID hit us, unfortunately, it was a very unfortunate time for everybody. But for me, it actually worked because I got a lot of time for myself. I got to spend time with myself, understand, retrospect, and I got to really focus, understand my habits, even the smallest ones. And I got the time and focus and everything I needed, the resources to invest in myself. So that was like a time with distraction free time
Mhm.
that allowed me to completely direct all my efforts, everything that I had, all my khoon pasina, everything towards that one thing, that one focus, that is fitness.
So, okay.
So that really helped. And talking about incidents or people that motivated me, people, obviously the people around me, my family, they were of great motivation, great support. And I guess what I have experienced is, if your parents are, if you lose even 100 grams of weight and go in front of your mother, she's going to notice. And that was really helpful. My mom is like, no, you dropped 2 sizes. Of course, it was an exaggeration for her, but yeah, under se it was a great feeling. And I could actually realize, no, no, I'm going somewhere with this. It's not just as a mehnat for going nowhere. It's happening. And one more factor that really motivated me was when I randomly opened my old cupboard, and I saw a few t-shirts that I had bought when I was in school,
Mhm.
when I was 13, 14. And I
Mhm.
tried that t-shirt out and it fit so well. And I wore that to work at office. So that
Oh,
was a great, or like a factor of motivation, that, wow, these clothes are actually fitting. And I'll be very honest with you, those clothes wouldn't fit me back then when I was in school. They were not fitting that well. Now they fit well. And that was like a great feeling of satisfaction. Literally nobody else to witness that, nobody else to praise you, but just these small things that you experience for yourself. Those are the biggest factors of motivation.
that things are, I feel, is are self rewarding. The satisfaction which comes from inside gives us a self reward, actually. Mhm.
You feel like the most rewarding part is going to be when people praise you, when you
Yeah.
go there and people praise you. We actually think that that's human nature, but that's not the highest high of, the journey. Not being conscious, basically just stepping out of the bed every morning, feeling confident, feeling, knowing that today I'm the best version of me because I'm really taking care of myself.
It's so it's so inspiring and really insightful thought that you have shared here, that and I really appreciate that you brought up here, so that on this journey you had your locus of control, which was internal, not external. That is a very appreciated part of this, and I guess that is something which keeps us stable. I would like you to share few strategies or techniques which help you to be consistent, and along with being keeping your healthy mindset. Just like you mentioned that the praising and all those things which are external, you didn't bothered about that. But apart from it, were there any other things which kept you in a sound mind, what we can call it, during this journey? Yeah.
That's a great question. Thank you, Sound
Yeah.
Mind. So yeah,
Yes.
consistency is something we all struggle with, especially initially. And if you check my channel, Holy Fit with Rutuja, it's not a paid, like it's not a promotion here. I'm honestly saying this, that if you check it out, I have shared a few strategies that really, the strategies can really help you stay consistent. That the first thing that I did was I stopped checking the weight scale, because
Okay.
I knew that I'm not doing it for a specific weight. I'm not doing it for these many kilos. No, because if you do that, that means you're not doing it for a lifestyle. That means you're doing it for a specific purpose. You have to do it for a lifestyle. And everything in life needs maintenance. For a car, there's maintenance. For any machine, there's maintenance. For our body, we're like, no, it's given to us. Why maintain it? Going to the doctor is not maintenance. Taking care of it every single day, how much of a time you have, looking after it, that's maintenance. That's very basic. It doesn't start and stop with taking a shower and doing makeup. No, it starts at night when you decide to sleep early or on time, so that you next day you have restful sleep and you have enough time to work out. That is maintenance. And sort of the focus needed to be there. And these are just bits and parts that will help anyone stay consistent. That this is a part of the strategy. And really taking like one day at a time also helps greatly. For if I decide that for this week I'll try and work out at least 30 minutes every day. So realistic goal setting and understanding your capacity, understanding your prior commitments, and then trying to include fitness as an everyday activity, as an everyday thing. So all these things together have really helped me stay consistent. See, everybody has that 4 days or like a day where you don't feel that motivated. When you're with your family, you really let go. That doesn't mean you're not being consistent. That just means you're taking a break, which is okay. So then achieving that goal in 1 week or going for that wedding, being able to wear my dream attire, that's not going to stop me. That's just a part of it. That's just a bonus for me now. And the real
Okay.
deal is different. So the mindset helps in everything. The mindset is everything. We constantly are telling our bodies what to do. But the real changes start when you start listening to the body and what it actually wants. Sleep is enough. Your body will tell you 8 hours, 8.5 hours max sleep, that is enough. So you won't have to work hard to wake up early. No. So once we start listening to our bodies, everything is simplified. So today, how do I feel? I feel really, really tired. Okay, my body is asking for some extra rest. Maybe I won't go for that 10-kilometer run. I'll just go for a 2 to 3 kilometers walk. Just like a relaxed walk. I'm still doing something. I'm still consistent. I'm not pushing excessively, but I'm still consistent. I'm still on my track. So really understanding that it's not like this, the curve doesn't go like this. It goes like this and like this and like this. So this is
Exactly.
the strategy.
Agree. Percent agree. So you had put that in a very simple and easier way to understand. Like, uh, as you said, that motivation is not always something which you should just look upon. Then, what I understood is discipline is what is important.
Absolutely.
Even if it's taking smaller step and not being very rigid with ourselves, that no, like ruthlessly doing the exercise without like watching out what things are going on inside and what our body demands. That is the most important and most insightful thing, and a very new idea which I just got to learn from you right now, that listen to your body. If you feel that you need a break, you should take a break, and that's okay. And the last thing you mentioned, mindset is everything. So yeah, I agree to it. And what I feel is, what motivates me to do the exercises, like, uh, I feel that I should remain energetic after 30 years, 30 years down the line. The way I am today, I should feel the same energy 30 years down the line. That is what brings me the motivation to wake up and exercise every day. Yeah.
That's beautiful. That's beautiful. And it's so sustainable, really. So thank you for bringing that up. In fact, I had a question for you, but I'll give a small background before I ask that. So,
Yeah, surely.
most of us who are on the obese side, let's say,
Mhm.
we all face an issue of people calling us names and feeling a certain way.
Labeling.
And
Mhm.
that's why, unfortunately, what happens is the goal becomes that I will become thin so that people don't call me names or so that people make me feel more accepted. And you being on the fitter side, you're like really fit. I would like for you to tell us how was your experience? Is it that nobody has ever called you names or body shamed you, or how is it for you?
So yeah, a really interesting question, which I think no one would have asked me actually. As you said, that naming or labeling was not something which I encountered, but yes, most of the times it's family and relatives. I've heard this argument that we come from a tradition like in India, if we look a little bit healthy or a little bit of chubby, then we are called as khate pite ghar ka, right? So yeah, so we come from that tradition. So yeah, most of the times people when see me with my other siblings or with my friends or with my cousins, they used to call that, Arey, you're looking so small and you're looking so younger than them. And yeah, that was something which I used to feel that why are they like judging me on the basis of my body shape. So that's my perspective or my idea about having a mindset about a person's body shape. Yeah.
Correct. Well, thank you for clarifying that. The whole point was that I just wanted to bring this to the viewers' attention that no matter what your size or shape is or it's going to be, people will not stop talking. Your own relatives, people around you, friends, whoever. So if you are doing this because of them, then stop. Do it for start it for the right purpose. Find your right purpose and then go for it.
Yeah. Thank you so much for clarifying and bringing up that question. Yeah, since we were talking about, labeling and all those things, maybe there might be very many moments and very many incidents or situations that must have influenced your thoughts or your emotions during your, when you were during on this journey of not seeing the weighing machine and getting fitter. Yeah.
Absolutely.
So how did that they impact you? How did they influence you? So that can be anything. Were there any moments or such incidents?
So Shivani, of course, there were like millions of instances where
Okay.
before getting on my journey, I was actually called names. And when you're constantly called certain things, um, in your mind, it's fixed that people don't see you as a normal person. Like if there is a group of girls where there are other fit girls, more acceptable bodies, and you are obese, so you're outcasted or you feel like I'm not normal. Okay. So the rules are different for me. So all this is brings just a lot of weight, and that if you're feeling so heavy, it becomes very difficult to make progress in the right direction. So when
Exactly.
I actually started, I had actually taken some time to let go of all these things being said to me, whatever. I've literally taken some time to make sure that I forgive all that's being said and I let go because I really wanted to stop believing in that. I really wanted to stop believing that I'm not normal or not accepted, whatever. So I really took some time, even before starting with anything, I took some time to first let go and make sure that this is clear. The cleaning was very important. And once that was clear, I did not have any heaviness, no weight. It was all light, free. And then I started recognizing the need for fitness. Then I started actually looking at myself and what are the problems? Is obesity really causing any problems? The answer was yes. In fact, I also had PCOS and I realized that much later that I was actually experiencing some symptoms. And I just I just started taking fitness seriously. I just
Mhm.
decided that this is going to be my lifestyle. And once I started going that way, most of my problems had disappeared. Once you start seeing success, once you start seeing the results in the mirror, then you are motivated times 10. You're like, wow, in this much I can see this, I want to see more. You're hungry for success. Everybody is a little thoda bhi mil jata hai, to you know how that magarmach ko khoon lagta hai, so it wants more.
चस्का लग जाता है.
Yeah, then you really you really start seeing the bigger picture, and that's what happened with me. Not because I'm counting calories, not because I want to achieve that big goal. No, no, no. Because I saw myself in the mirror this morning. I really liked it, and I want to sustain that.
Put that in a very, very positive way, the way all those things influenced your emotions. I understand there might be hard times as well, and then all those things you cleared up, you got the cleansing done, and that was done with forgiveness, which is the most important thing. So yeah, that is the most important thing which I felt, that yeah, forgiving others as well as what I would like to mention here is forgiving ourselves for not paying attention to ourselves is also one of the important thing. Yeah, so
Absolutely.
thank you so much for bringing this up. And what I really liked, one more thing which you mentioned is when you looked at yourself in the mirror, so you felt confident and you felt that yeah, I am progressing and I am actually doing something which is really worth doing and I'm on the right track. So that you obviously felt that whatever things you were following are really working out. So it's not just that you were following anything like blindly. Yeah.
Thank you
So
so much, Shivani.
yes.
It was also people like you, by the way, who were around me, keeping me happy, and all those little moments of joy that we share together. They also motivate. People like you are motivating so many just by being yourself, just by your presence. So really thanks.
Thanks a lot, Rutuja. So, since you are mentioning about the people around you, so yeah, the support system we need to have around us. would you like to give in a brief to our viewers that how important it is to have a support system and not being just isolated in the journey?
Absolutely. So, Shivani, support system is very, very important. Like, I'll just open up about my situation so that you get the complete picture. So, when I was trying out this, when I knew that I have started this fit lifestyle, I've started adopting or I've started inculcating these
Mm.
habits to be for a fit lifestyle. I had not shared this with my parents or my family. I had not spoken about this to them. But yes, one fine day I decided, because it was COVID, I decided that I will wake up from at 4 a.m. from tomorrow onwards. And I started doing that. I decided that now I'll go for a run in the morning. So they were always there to support me. They never questioned me. Not once has my father or my mother asked me that why are you waking up or why are you leaving the house so early. They really had that faith in me, which matters the most. Like, even when you're not sharing in words, you're not telling the other person what you're doing, still they have complete faith in you that whatever she's taking efforts, she's putting hard works, and we really support that even before seeing the results. That was a massive, massive support for me. And after that, even when I was not living with my family, metaphorically or actually, I used to feel like some days I used to be extremely tired, but in the evening I used to go for a run. I used to feel like I'm deep down in a black well. To really tell you how I was feeling, that those were my exact feelings. I used to feel like there's a well and I'm at the bottom. Even when I was taking efforts in the right direction, I used to feel that way. But I don't know why I always saw my parents giving me that hand. I felt like no matter how deep the well is, their hand is always going to be longer. And they have this, whatever I go through, no matter what happens, their love has the power to heal it all and give me a fresh start. So it's very important to have that kind of support in life. And my husband, who was back then my boyfriend, and when we had started dating, actually, when we had just started talking to each other, it was before COVID. So back then I
Mhm.
was still struggling with obesity and I was still struggling with my goals. But he has been extremely respectful. Not once has he said anything that has got to do anything with my obesity. Like, if we're on
That's
a video
great to hear.
call, always something positive, always something meaningful and most importantly, always respectful words have come out of his mouth, which really inspired me to respect myself no matter what. Like, girls often what they do is, if someone's rejected them or if a boy doesn't like them back, they feel like, oh, I can't respect myself for this body. Just so not true. If that boy doesn't respect you, it's the wrong boy, it's not your body. So so when I met Karthik, it was completely different. It was such a great energy. I used to work out, or I used to take like Zoom classes, Zumba classes, and he used to attend all those classes. He used to motivate me. After a class, he used to say, "Oh, great work! Today's
So
energy,
sweet.
and do this song, do that song." So he motivated me a lot to actually see the positive. His presence around me made me happy. And even, of course, every relationship has difficult phase. Even during those difficult phases, he was really respectful towards me. And that really inspired me to not think twice about this entire journey and this lifestyle.
It's so great to hear that you had that support system from your family as well as your husband, which was who was your boyfriend back then, and who had seen you in that journey of transformation, and he was there for you always, even in the downside of the relation. You said that is really appreciated and really important that you brought up that even in the downside he used to be respectful. That is what I think is really important, to be around such people who will be there for you, who will be there for you all in your downside as well, and not just be there because of your looks. So
Not just
that's the most important thing.
like not just when you succeed, but the people who are seeing you
Exactly.
try and fail, and even when you're failing,
Fail.
they believe in you. That is the real support system.
So
Also,
yeah.
I'll just add one more thing. That
Hmm.
remember when we said that I had to like clean up my mind and let go of everything being said.
Yes,
After that, there
yes.
was one more step, that is self acceptance, self love, and really respecting myself for who I am. Really understanding my own worth with my body, with my skin, because obesity, not obesity, you still have a life, and that has been given to you by whatever supreme being you believe in. I won't say God, but something bigger than you has given you that life. So it's our duty that, to respect it. And it's not fair if we think that, oh, once I achieve my goals, once I look like this, I will start respecting myself. That's not the right way to look at yourself, and that probably won't help you or anybody. So with self love, self respect, self acceptance, everything became clear, easy. And after that, Karthik or my friends like you also started coming closer, who really respect you for who you are. So first, you we should start understanding our worth and respecting us, and then automatically it happens that people who really respect you, who are respectful, start coming in your life.
Exactly, yeah. That is something which we can say words of wisdom from Rutuja, that respect your body, respect yourself the way you are. Apart from self acceptance and respecting, do you think there's anything else you would like to tell, give a message to our viewers, how to manage our emotions and thoughts during our journey of being physically fit?
I would just like to add one thing, Shivani, that um, it's important to have the right focus. So fitness, what we do is we look at fitness as a means, as a tool to achieve something, which is not the
Mhm.
right mindset. Okay, it might help you once, but if you don't want to face the same problems again and again, then you have to widen your horizon. Fitness is not a means to achieve something. Fitness is a lifestyle. You pursue it for it. You pursue it for that lifestyle. And of course, once you start pursuing it, then all these goals become the perks of that lifestyle. You don't have to work hard or do something out of your way for those goals. Those goals come in your way, and you reap their benefits, but you're still moving ahead. You don't stop. You don't stagnate. You're just going in the right direction, and then you will actually experience the perks that you didn't even know about.
Like, that's a simplistic way of putting it. So make it as a lifestyle. It's not an means towards any end goal. So it's a journey. Because even now that you have been in a very good shape and very slim kind of person, still you're working on your health and physical fitness. So it's actually a journey. So yeah, thank you very much for bringing that. And as well, yes.
So, I have a question for you actually, Shivani. Since your channel is about sound mind and you're the biggest promoter of mental well-being, emotional well-being, so fitness, when people are pursuing fitness or when they're not looking like the way they would like to look, I would say. So there are many ways in which they're struggling, many thoughts which are obviously impacting the emotions, and that goes on a very dark side, and quite often it's like a spiral, downward spiral. So, what should they do at such times? What would you suggest? So, such mindfulness tips.
What comes to my mind right now is journaling is the best strategy to track, your thoughts and your emotions. So what you can do is make two sides, divide a paper with the two sides, and just write the thoughts which are coming to your mind on the left side, and just check out what thoughts, as you said, that there are one thought after the other which are negative, and not just negative, most of the times they are irrational, which doesn't have any logic at all.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So just check, we need to check out that are there any irrational thoughts I'm thinking about or negative thoughts I'm thinking about, right? So instead of that,
Mm.
what is bothering me, write down on the left side what is bothering me, and on the next side, just make an arrow and think, get expert advice, or just be around your friends or family and start looking for the solutions for it. So is it
Right.
like
It
is it
makes sense. Yes.
so basically there are you know there are many experts who can deal with this situation, because there are few people who gets into this disorder called body dysmorphia disorder. So in this disorder, people start getting conscious about their body parts and their body image. And it is not just fatness or slimness or being skinny. It can be anything. People start thinking that, oh, my nose is very round and it's not perfect, and they just go for a surgery. We are at the almost end of this session. We had the words of wisdom, and I really loved the conversation. And the podcast was really special to me because it was the first podcast and it was about physical health. So that really matters a lot, because physical health is very important for our mental health as well. As it is a very old saying which we have heard in schools:
Absolutely,
healthy mind
absolutely.
resides in a healthy body. And you gave a really realistic, practical and simple examples, simple strategies and techniques to overcome our negative emotions and overcoming the negative energies around as well. So yeah,
Thank
thanks a lot for being here with us.
Thank you so much for opening the platform for me and for inviting me on your first podcast. And trust me, it's as special it is to you. It's equally special for me. And I'm really grateful to you in so many ways because after or since I've started, many people ask me how I did it, how what did I do, what are the strategies I followed. But nobody has ever asked me how I felt before, how I felt during, or what are the instances. Nobody asks that, and this is the first time. And of course, it was you and your energy and your entire existence, presence in my life um, that I didn't have to think twice before opening up. And I wasn't even thinking while I was speaking. Actually, whatever came to my mind, whatever I went back to those times, and whatever I've seen, I've experienced, I just shared it with you. And thank you for giving me that opportunity. Having said that, our aim and vision is only hoping that people will get some value out of this will help someone who might be struggling out there, and then this will be like a golden podcast always.
That means a lot. Your words means a lot to me, Rutuja.
And all the best with your channel, and may all the podcasts be great, be extremely valuable, and you're just going to do magic here, I'm sure.
Thanks a lot.